What's up, everybody? It's your least favorite NECA fanboy's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at their Robocop versus Terminator Robocop figure with, it's like the Terminator Robocop with the dog. This is based on a Frank Miller book, which I've never read, but am aware of. At least I think it was Frank Miller. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest NECA fan in the world. I think they're highly overrated. I think they get away with murder in the community. I'm not sure why or how, regardless of how many times people try to chime in. I'm like, not buying it. But that doesn't mean I don't like some NECA stuff. I love their quarter scale turtles, and there's a couple other quarter scale pieces of them that I want to pick up that they've made. But since I don't have many NECA figures, in order to scale this guy, we're just going to use the old tape measure here, and he comes in at about 7 inches. I've got him hunched over a little bit so that he can stand. This is on loan to me from Extra Zero once again. It's a little Simple Sunday video. Extra Zero is part of a podcast show on a Cool Table network called Breaking the Mold. It's a pretty good show. I recommend you checking it out. Available on iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, etc. They're relatively new, and I've been able to watch them grow, and it's interesting seeing the just little improvements just every week. But let's take a look at accessories. We're gonna consider this dog to be an accessory. Let's go. So he comes with the firearm. As you can see, he holds. I don't see any way to store it on him, but I haven't looked thoroughly yet. If there is, I'll edit it in. Decent enough sculpt, not a lick of paint. And then we have the dog. So heavy shading on it. Looks like a wash throughout. Eyes are painted red, teeth are painted like a tooth color, and then just a heavy black wash on everything else. It's like a metallic silver, heavy black wash on it, which aesthetically in terms of deco looks great. Now let's talk about functionality. Head is on a ball peg. Actually, it's a double ball peg, so it works tremendously well. The jaw is on a hinge. That gets you down to there. No problems. Perfect. The neck is on, I'm going to guess that's a single ball peg into the upper body. Upper body into the middle body is on a swivel. No, it's a ball peg. You don't get much out of it though, so that's a bummer. And then the lower, or the abdomen kind of to the pelvis, is on another ball peg, and then it has these pistons that are connected that are actually, you know, kind of working pistons, which is nice. And they're a very soft plastic to allow for the ball peg articulation. So no problems there. Really well done. I get it. I'm on board. Shoulders are on double ball pegs, it looks like to me. Yes. So you get a little bit of a butterfly. That allows for a bit of a swivel. You get the rotation there. You get an elbow. You get a lower ankle, and then another ankle, you know. So that all works. All works appropriately. No rocker, though. So that is what it is. For the lower legs, same type of thing. Double ball peg in the back hips, and then a knee, and then basically another knee, and then an ankle. And that's fine. There's no real issue with this guy. This is pretty well done. The plastic's a little gummy, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't really get in the way. It doesn't really hinder anything. I wish you could get the head down lower, but overall, this is pretty well done. So let's talk about the figure. The head is a light pink, what it looks like to me, and then washed with the red. Actually, it might be painted. The red outline might be painted on there, which does look good. Well done. Silver paint on the head with blue shading. Silver paint on all the armor with blue shading on all the armor, which does look good. No issues whatsoever. The metal for the Terminator is with a silver with a black wash. That's for the mouth there and all the Terminator bits. The Terminator arms. There's other pieces too, right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. The pistons up here, etc., all the same. So the head, unfortunately, this is where we start to fall apart. The head is on a ball peg, but it's actually not. It's connected to the neck, and then the neck is on a ball peg into the chest. So you get limited down, limited up. You just get the side to side, which is the problem with that engineering there. Then you have the pistons for the collarbone, basically, which do look nice. They're not working pistons, but they look nice nonetheless. The shoulders are basically disc hinges. So they swivel here. You get out to the side, all the way up, so no problem. They go all the way around, so no problem. No bicep swivel, so that's a bummer, and they probably could have done it. You do get a piston, a working piston at the elbow where the bicep is, so that's nice. That's cool. And it's also on the back, so that's cool. No swivel at the forearm either, so they just don't allow for that movement, which just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, they drive me nuts. But let's continue. Nothing. Oh, we do have a wrist swivel. That's nice. And nothing in, out, or up, down. Same for the other side. We have a ball. That's a double. That's a double ball peg for the abdomen there, and that's good. That works well. So you get the swivel and you get, you know, the around movement. No issue. Works well. This looks like a black finish here to me, and also a waist swivel, so that's nice. Then we get down to the legs. It seems to be just a ball peg, and the peg is here, and it goes into the ball, like the peg is connected to a ball joint, and the ball joint is inside the pelvis. Basically nothing out. This one sits off center a bit more from this one. I'm not sure why. You do get a swivel, but it's obviously at a cut, so it's always going to seem like he's sitting down like a baby playing, having picnics. I don't know what I always like try to come up with little things that quick on this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? Let's just relax. No thigh swivel, which they could have done, but nah. Then we have a knee joint, single hinge, works fine. And then we have the ankle, which is nice. It's connected here to a working piston, so you get the ankle tilt down and the piston works, and the ankle tilt up and the piston works well. But no rocker. Come on. And then you get these little tidbits there glued in, and they have that shading with the blue at the bottom and otherwise just silver. So like, it's just, in my opinion, it's business as usual. And that is to say, not very good business at all. They do what they always do, give you a great sculpt and great paint. And they make sacrifices with the articulation and plastic integrity. For instance, in the joints on the dog. And that's basically what this comes down to. It's basically what a lot of NECA figures come down to. It's a company with such great potential that has some of the best sculptors and best painters in the American market, but just year after year refuse to go that extra step in figures of this scale to present something that really can compete with the big boys of American retail in a mainline capacity. I would imagine that this is more expensive than your Marvel Legend. I would imagine that this is around $25 or so. And basically what it can do is stand there in some variation of this pose. You can't even take the feet beyond this really because there's no ankle rocker. So you can pose the dog and then pose Robocop like in some variation of this leg position, and that's what you got. And that's why they drive me nuts. That's why I don't understand how they're so often forgiven. I feel like if Hasbro did something like this, people would be like, man, the paint is so great, but this figure sucks. And that drives me a little up the wall. I'd love to see NECA really create something with the intent of being the premier Western 12 scale figure, and they just haven't given it to us yet. But here's hoping. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.